Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024.
But before I walk you through the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. Share the content, if you would, with friends and colleagues. And check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like this one. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, that is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, the Long Bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube. That is 8 a month that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor. We're always looking for at least 20% moves on those stock picks, and you can check out all of this for no cost for 5 days. We offer a 5-day free trial up front with a wickedstocks.com subscription. So sign up for wickedstocks.com, check it all out. If you don't like what you see within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever.
Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to start with this picture here as usual. It's always helpful to start with the longer-term trend dynamics and work your way in. It is the longer-term trend dynamics that sort of govern the market. In terms of the overall undercurrent, if you will. The trend is your friend. Right here, there is a descending trend, obviously, this channel structure, the base of which is 161.40, and we've been testing the base of that channel structure. In fact, on Tuesday, we slipped within 1% of it, and so we're slipping into the buy zone. And holding above 161.40 will keep 240.93 in reach over the next 2 to 3 to 5 months. I don't have it as a signal. I can't say that I absolutely expect it. I just know that over the last 30 years of analyzing markets, that so long as we're not able to close below the 161.40 formation, that we should, in the months ahead, rotate upward to the 240.93 channel top. And you can make a case that longer term we remain in a bear market as defined by that 240.93 channel top. Now, it's also true that about a month ago, a little less, we closed below that channel bottom at 161.40. And yes, we did so by the required 1% margin. In the final minutes of a Friday afternoon, the market closed below that area. As it just so turned out, though, the following Monday morning, we gapped right back above it, and that wound up, if you were to zoom in here, holding the low for the week. We traded up for a week or two. Now we're right back at it. We're right back at testing this long-term channel bottom that on the daily chart today is at 162.33. So there's a lot going on in the low 160s. I can sort of, show this 160.51 is the move low from about 3-4 weeks ago when we did slip below the channel bottom at 161.40. 161.40 all week long is the weekly channel bottom. 162.33 is the daily version. If we close today below 160.51, we have what I would consider to be a valid but tentative sell signal that is longer term in scope. Now, truth be told, it really would be a Friday settlement below 160.51 that would clarify all that, but I wouldn't suggest holding a long position through the rest of the week if we close today, Wednesday, below 160.51. And I don't have a problem if you reverse and go short through the rest of the week below 160.51 a settlement today. But it really is a Friday settlement below 160.51. I would expect this long-term trend line on the weekly chart going back to the March 2020 low within about 2 to 3 to 5 weeks. That is the 3 to 5 week, signal. But also over the next 2 to 3 months, I would expect 101.81. I do think closing below 160.51 should yield 101.81 over the following 2 to 3 months. And so if that were to occur, you could consider, for instance, reaching for 100 strike, 102 strike out of the money puts that don't expire for at least 6 months. 3 to 5 week time horizon traders could consider reaching for 138, 140 strike out of the money puts that don't expire for at least, I would go a couple, 2-3 months out on that expiration. It's about a 2 to 3, 3 to 5 week move. That is the downside, but that scenario I don't expect unless we close below 160.51. Until then, this is the bottom picking territory that could yield, once again, over the next 3 to 5 months, the low 240s and dropping. I do think, and this is what I've been saying now since we were testing this channel support, is that over the next 2 to 3, 3 to 5 weeks, somewhere by the end of April, let's say, we should push into the 190s. 190, 164 is a channel top coming down over the last 2 to 3 months, and 198.55 is a newly formed descending one-third speed line, a trend-defining line study that is based in part on the low that was put a month ago. And this is a zone that is expected above 161.40, I'm going to say by the end of April or sooner, and can contain buying into May trade, and from there we could fall back to channel support within 3 to 5 weeks. It would be a settlement above 198.55 in the coming weeks. That would tell me that, yes, indeed, we are anticipating the 240.93 channel top, which we did test in late December, held nicely, and at that time I was mentioning the channel bottom as a possible target. That happened, and now that we're above this channel, I do think you can consider 240.93 to be in the realm of possibility over the next 3 to 5 months, and in the realm of probability if we were to close above 198.55. Let's take a look at the day itself. I do have, of course I have, this is the daily chart, 162.33 is that long-term channel bottom on the daily chart. You can see how we broke it about a month ago, settled below it on a Friday. The following Monday we gapped up and it held the low of the week and we continued higher. We're back to it. These line studies are still valid. I lose my strength, or my, how should I put this? My sense of confidence can erode, no doubt about it. When you see something like that occurred about a month ago, when we closed below it, back above it, you begin to question the validity of it, but it is still a legitimate line study, able to contain longer term selling pressures. On the way up today, I do have 171.38, nothing more than a 3/8 upside Fibonacci over the last week of trade. It can contain intraday buying pressures. Pushing through 171.38 does allow 177.91. That would be a nice rally today. A 177.91 is a 5/8 upside Fibonacci using the same week of activity. If we were to close above 177.91, and that's right about here on the chart, I would expect within just a couple of days, by Friday's close, this 185.46 channel top. This is a new structure. And so, I do think, and we're looking at a lot here, I do think that you can bottom pick 162.33 and anticipate the mid 180s to low 190s over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now, we did test 162.33, at least broke to within 1% of it on Tuesday. So this market can now rotate upward as we move into later April into this narrowing zone. 185.46, by the way, by the end of next week converges entirely with 192.93. So this area will remain, I've got it beefed up as a 3-star weekly resistance if we close above 177.91. And I don't think that's likely today, but it is possible. What I do see possible is 171.38 can contain intraday buying pressures, possibly for a good part of the day. If we close above 171.38 today, 177.91 is likely tomorrow, where we can place a daily high, so forth and so on. It's very stair-step on the way up, but if you're looking at the big picture, it really is bottom picking the low 160s and anticipating the lower 190s as a 2 to 3, 3 to 5 week objective. We are exactly where we were 2 weeks ago, and even going back to earlier February when we initially tested this long-term channel bottom. So let's go back to the downside. Just want to remind you that if we close today below 160.51, I see no good reason to be long Tesla through the rest of the week. And in fact, you can reverse and play the short side if we close today below 160.51. A Friday settlement below 160.51 once again indicates 136.74 over the next 2 to 3, 3 to 5 weeks, and over the next several months, 101.81. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. We put out a stock pick on Tuesday. We've got another one coming out in a couple days. You can see them all for free. The 5-day free trial up front. Check out wickedstocks.com. I'll be back tomorrow with Thursday's Tesla Report. You have a great day.